Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second post-match press conference, indeed the last press conference for World Cup 2023. I'd like to welcome onto stage the world champions, in particular, obviously, Coach Jacques Nienaber and Captain Kolisi. And we'll just ask Jacques perhaps to say a few words. Now he's sitting next to that cup and after such an amazing game.
Yeah, thank you everyone. And relief is probably the first word that comes to mind. Relief in the sense, I'll get to our fans now, but relief in the sense of the special group of players that we have. As a management and leadership group, we always thought that we just can't mess this up, because they always we from 2018 thought they had the ability to win the 2023 World Cup, and 2019 was something that probably hopped on along the way. But in saying that, so I'm relieved for the players. They deserve that, and they were good enough to do that. And then, but this is probably for our fans, for South Africa. I wish I could show you the amount of messages and videos and what was going on in South Africa. I think there was 62 million people that united, from small farming communities, opening up showgrounds that people from all walks of life could go in, and the entrance fee was whatever you want to donate, and people bought T-shirts, green T-shirts for everyone. So we felt every single little bit of energy they gave us, and I think in the last 3 games with 3 one-point victories, we needed that, and that drove us. So yeah, that's me.
Okay, thank you, Jacques. First question, hands up. Gentleman in the front here, please.
In the front. Yep. Another close game. I did a piece with Scott Brits in the week, and he talked about the emotions, the friendships being the things that get you through these marginal games. Please tell us about what this means to you, both as friends, as mates, and the emotions contained there.
I think Jacques said it there. Honestly, the last World Cup, the country was hopeful that maybe there's a chance we can win it, you know. And after we've won it, and what transpired after that was a belief behind this team, you know. And I think the people of South Africa that are sitting here in front will tell you there's not a lot of things going right in our country, and sport we have the privilege, you know, not the pressure. We have the privilege of being able to do what we love, you know, and inspire people from different walks of life, not just rugby people or sports people, but just people in life. And I think our team, you know, a lot of us where we come from, I mean, Jacques spoke to us this week, life probably, we shouldn't be where we are today. There is no ways where I come from I could have dreamt of being here today, you know, and kids that come from farming areas never could think that they would be here today. Children who come from who come from where we come from, you know, and people from the Cape Flats, we come from different walks of life. And I have my own reasons to play rugby. I have my own goals and ambitions. I want to look after my family. I want to make sure I give back to my community, because without them, I wouldn't be here. I wouldn't be here today. Some are playing for the parents who are not here with us anymore, you know. But what brings us together is our country. What brings us together to play for is the Springboks and then South Africa. And that's what has been driving us. That's been driving. And I can't explain it to you in words. You need to be a South African to understand. You need to come to South Africa and see it. It's a beautiful country with a lot of problems. But once we come together, and we've come together a lot before for a common goal, and I promise you, nothing can stop us as a country. And it's not just in sport, it's in life in general. It's in everyday work. And that's what we're trying to do, you know, each and every single day by giving everything. We're not saying we're going to win all the time, but we promise you we'll give it everything. And goals without hard work and effort means nothing. And we had to put in the hard work and sacrifice all the time to being away from our family. And it couldn't have, I wouldn't change the script, how it's done, you know. And the friendship, I've known Jacques since I was 18 years old. I've known Coach Rassi, gave me my first contract. Me and Eben made when we were 17. We were sitting there before the game, and Eben was laughing. He's always serious before a game. He was smiling. He's like, what a great opportunity to be doing this with people that you come along with. France, Meleba, we all come from the same journey and area. And so it's real for us, you know. We care for each other, we care for our country, and yeah, I will do this over and over again.
Okay, gentleman in the front.
Good morning, Sia. Good morning, Jacques. Jacques, for you in particular, you look back at the call to recall Andre Pollard. It was a decision that elicited a lot of reaction back in South Africa, and through the tournament, there have always been questions about goal kicking. You look back at that decision now. How proud are you and the selection group of making that decision despite its unpopularity, despite the lack of foresight at the time, and how it's come off in the playoff stages?
Yeah, I think when it comes to team selection, I probably have to give credit to the team. And Sia has spoken in our press conference in the build-up to this game. He spoke about it that, you know, Mani probably deserves it. A guy like Kobus deserves it if you think what they've done in the quarterfinal and the semi-final. But the one thing that we do have is we have 33 players that's the right players. We're not necessarily always the best players in our positions, but they're the right players. So when we go with a strategy and we explain it, a guy like Kobus accepts it, a guy like Mani accepts it, and they probably deserve to play in this match. But strategically, we had a specific path. And in saying that, I'm not saying we are geniuses. Please don't see it like that. We don't try and be creative and think out of the box and stuff like that. It's just the squad that we have and the depth that we have and how close things are, or the players are, that gives us the opportunity to maybe go a little bit different than normal. It's not genius. It's just, listen, the players that we have has got the ability to give us different tactical viewpoints, if I can put it like that. And then also I want to say that we have all our families with us, kids and the families, and you know what, Mani's fiance, Kobus's wife, when we don't select them, they have to put all the pieces together because obviously they're disappointed. But yes, I must say, within 2 or 3 hours, they just accept their role, and their role is then they're not going to play on the weekend. But Mani was the best Richie Moanga he could have been. He tested us, he studied him, his mannerisms. A guy like Kobus studied Aaron, his mannerisms, things that he does. So, I mean, and that's probably the strength of the group, is that there's 33 players that understand their roles and they don't have egos and they buy into it, yeah.
Gentleman towards the back.
Sia, Jacques, first of all, congratulations for this victory. Sia, you have just won the cup and you won it 4 years ago in Japan. What's different, what's similar in comparison, maybe in the path, in the motivation, in the feeling, in the reaction, between now and 4 years ago? Thank you and congratulations again.
Thank you. Yeah, the path was definitely difficult, but we knew before the time that, I mean, the pools were chosen, I don't know when, and we knew, and I think Jacques and Coach Rassi always speak to us there, and they say, I mean, Coach Rassi said, great things are never achieved in ideal conditions, and this wasn't ideal conditions for us as a group. I mean, playing the home team in their own country is one of the hardest things to do. And then obviously, the way we played the last game against England, which was tight as well, we had to fight. And then today as well, no different. But I think the motivation was, as we said earlier, was everything from home, you know, and our families. And I think the coaches also create an environment for us where we can be with our families, no matter where we are. It feels like home every time we go back to the hotel. Our kids are there. We have like 15 to 20 kids running around the hotel, you know, and that gets us through the tough days. It's one of the greatest things I think they could have done for us. And I think the people also from South Africa, some of our friends, they use their savings to buy a ticket to just come and watch us play. That kind of stuff, we hear it and we see it and we respect that. I mean, for me not to give my 100% on that field will be cheating all of those people, and that's what the coaches always remind us. So the motivation for us, we don't have to look far. It's around us in the group. We look at your story, where you come from, how far you had to fight to get to where you are today. So motivation is always there. It's not something we lack in our country.
Okay, on the left over here.
Sia, congratulations. There were a couple of massive moments in that game. Sam Cane's red card. Can you tell us about that and how much of a difference you thought that made in the end result? But also, how nervous were you waiting in the sin bin to see if yours would be upgraded? And also, did you chat to Sam afterwards? And if so, what did you chat about?
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it's never nice, obviously, for a player to get any card on the field. But we knew, like, when they got the card, they were just gonna lift themselves. When we spoke at halftime, we said they're gonna get up now. We mustn't try and relax, and they did exactly that after halftime. And for me, I was also nervous, but yeah, I did watch the video, and I saw that I did level change, and it was a secondary where my head followed up. But I trusted the guys around me, you know, that they obviously could fight for that long, and then obviously getting another one at the end. It was difficult, it was messy, but we'd been in these positions before, so yeah, I trusted that the guys would fight for that time, and then obviously when I came back on, I had to give it everything again.
Okay, Craig.
Thanks. Congratulations, guys. Well done. Jacques, just on the match itself, losing Bongi in the first minute, obviously the lineouts were a bit ropey after that. That wasn't ideal. How worried were you with that situation? Because it took away one of your major weapons in a way.
Yeah, I think if you probably ask us which injuries we would like in early on, it would probably be Bongi and Faf. But that's the decision we made with the squad we selected and the team we selected. And like I said, there's always risks involved, but we mitigate that. And yes, I don't know how many lineouts we've won or lost. I mean, I don't have that stats in my head now. But what Dion Fourie, like, let's say I don't even think there were, but let's say there's 16 lineouts in the game. There's 120, 30 rucks, 15, 20 tackles that he makes. So sometimes the lineouts he loses, he makes up for it in other areas of the field, you know. And I thought, well done to him. I mean, he's, I don't know what his age is, 38, 37, something like that. And to put in a shift like that is special. So, but always knew, I've coached Dion since he was 20 years old, so always knew he had that dog in him.
Okay, up here in the middle.
Hey, Jacques. Just wondering, what do you say coach to Ian Foster after a game like that? A coach who's obviously, you know, been through a bit over the past couple of years, and you know his time ends with the All Blacks now after a World Cup final loss for them. You know, coach to coach, what do you say to Ian Foster after that?
Yes, he's actually. I don't know a lot of coaches, to be honest. None actually, except him. Probably he's the only guy that I ever have conversations with. So that probably speaks the kind of person he is. You know, before the game that we played in the warm-up game at Twickenham, myself, we had a cocktail function the night before the game, or maybe 2 nights before the game, I can't remember, but myself and my wife and him were chatting away for 40 minutes about just life, you know, about his daughters, his family. So, yes, I'm happy for us, but my heart breaks for him because I know what it feels like. And yeah, he's an exceptional human being and an unbelievable coach. You know, he was written off numerous times, him and his squad. But like the All Blacks, the quality team they find a way. You know, I think if you look at, I mentioned it in the week. I think if you look at sports teams in the world, and I'm saying all of them, sailing, motorsport, Formula One. I think they're probably one of the most successful sporting teams there's ever been. So yeah, they're quality outfit, and he was the leader of that. So he's a quality individual.
Okay, we'll have one last question here at the front.
Congrats, Sia, and congrats, Jacques. Jacques, Pieter Steph Toy made 28 tackles in the final. Just your thoughts on his performance, please?
Yes,
Yeah, he was phenomenal. Yeah, no. Yeah, I don't know, because defense is my department. So no, he was exceptional. But I must say, he was in the last couple of games. He wanted it desperately. Not only him, everyone wanted it desperately. But yeah, he just put himself in a position today, and I always make a joke and say that if there's a white plastic bag that blows over the field, he'll probably chase that down as well. So that is him, the Malmesbury missile, and he was that tonight. He was a machine.
Well, I think, Jacques, on what you said there, like how he's grown so much, and not only in just what he does on the field, where he was playing today. Like, I wanted to watch him, some of the hits that he was making. I was standing there, he was flying past me and making big hits, but he takes it now off the field, like with the team, when we're down, how he speaks to us as a group. Yeah. Like last week, the chips were down, it was tough, you know, it was quiet in the changing room, and he called everybody up, get up, and he's like, you know, the way he's just taken what he can do on the field to what he can lead around the team. It's really been amazing. It's been great to have it. And I'm not, got no ego, anything like that. Sometimes I don't have the words to say, and some of the guys will come up, you know, and give and tell us what we need to do. And he's taken that role, and he hasn't taken it lightly, and he backs it up with what he does on the field as well. Yeah, so I'm really proud of what he's done and how hard he worked today. And yeah, all of the guys in the group. I mean, I'm talking to Dwayne as well. I'm so honored to play with these kind of guys. You know, it's really, I can't explain it in words. To know who they are, their stories, and the effort that they put in, you know, and some of the injuries, the guy Ox shouldn't be there. He's pec toe, but he fought to get back. You know, Eben has been struggling with the shoulder and the knee, and he fought to get back into the team as well. You know, it hasn't been an easy journey, and to look at the guys, and I can't believe that what we've achieved today, honestly. And the coaching staff have been ridiculous. I mean, I've worked with Jacques since I was 17 years old. I couldn't tackle. When him and Rassi used to come to tackle, to training, we had to play full contact. We had to show them that, you know, you can do this. So, and since then, how he used to motivate us in games, how we grew around him, myself, Eben, Franz, and Stephen Kitsoff, Pieter Steph, we all played together, other Jacques. And I said last week, like, how he cared about us as people. He took it further. And then when he speaks to me, he asked me, are you going to let Kezia down, my daughter? Are you going to let your son down, Nicholas? It became far deeper than just a rugby game. So, Jacques, I want to, honestly, it's been a huge honor for me and a huge privilege. And your family, too, your wife and the kids, Lila and John, you know, and I appreciate you. We love you as a team, not as a coach, but as a person. You've taken to another, and the way you speak to us gets us. It's not make a big hit, make a tackle. You talk to me as a person, you know. You talk to me as a father, as a husband, as a son. I'm really grateful for you, and it goes such a long way for a player. So thank you, and we honor you as a team, and I hope that you're proud of us. And yeah, all the best where you're going. They'll be lucky to have you wherever you go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jacques. Thank you, Sia. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, everyone.
The mix zone will open very shortly if you want to make your way down. Thank you.